Hey, it's Janet. All right, we're going to talk about the 6 rules to mastering public speaking. So one time I was asked if you were putting like your best trait, what's your secret talent on a dating website, what would it be? And I was like, well, it's not dancing, it's not cooking, it's probably talking. Which, if you say, hey, I'm really good at talking, you're not going to get any dates. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there first. Okay, so here they are. I've been really public speaking for a long time. Not only do I have degrees in oral communications and broadcasting, but I've been in broadcasting for about 17 years. So that, I guess, makes me qualified. So here it is. Rule number 1, look for the pitchforks. What does that mean? A majority of the times that you are going to be public speaking, people aren't going to be angry. They're not going to be, a mob ready to riot. And if that is the case, then there's a pretty good chance that you've done public speaking before, and this is something that you do regularly. So look for the pitchforks. Some people will say, oh, when you walk on the stage, imagine everyone in their underwear, and that'll make it all better. Don't do that. Most of the people you don't want to see naked or in their underwear. A great rule of thumb is to find one person in the audience and look them directly in the eye, smile at them, and they're going to smile back. It works every time, and it kind of takes that large audience and just narrows it down to one individual person. So look people right in the eye. All right, number 2 on this list, bullets aren't just for guns. What does that mean? Okay, how many times do you see somebody walking up stage getting ready to do, their big public speaking event, and they have a paper full, like they have written out every word they are going to say during their little public speaking event? Don't do that, because unless you're standing there reading word for word, it's not good. You're going to lose your place. Then we have that awkward moment that we can tell you've lost your place in your notes, and we're waiting for you to find it. Bullets are very easy. Just highlight exactly what you want to talk about, and if there is something you need to say word for word, then all you have to do is write that out. If you're telling a story about escaping a bear attack, well, then you should know the story because you lived it. No need to write it out. Number 3, people who wonder, they get lost, okay? Dead giveaway that you are nervous. Somebody pacing around in circles. Somebody putting their hand in their pocket and taking it out and putting it back in and taking it out. They are wandering on the stage, and you can feel that they're lost. So make deliberate movements. So you want to walk on stage, then you find the area and you walk there and you get there and you make your point and then you walk back. I would rather see somebody standing behind a podium the entire time than to watch somebody speaking and pacing in circles because they're nervous and they don't know where to go because they are lost. All right, rule number 4, emojis are for text. Don't tell me your emotion. Nothing kills the moment like somebody saying, I'm sorry, I'm just going to cry. Yeah, I'm very smart. I can tell that you're going to cry, and it makes me feel smart to be able to hone in on that emotion that you are experiencing. I can tell when you're going to cry. You don't have to tell me about it, okay? All right, number 5, drive the car, Bob. Okay, so growing up, my stepdad, he was a preacher. And we'd be riding in the back seat of the car whenever he'd be giving us his, little life message sermon whenever we were driving somewhere. And if he could tell that we were not paying attention, what would he do? He'd talk louder. And if we still weren't paying attention, he would talk even louder to get his point across until he knew that everybody was paying attention to the words that he was saying. So go ahead and increase that level of your voice to make your point. And let's see, number 6, there is only one prom queen. Think about who the prom queen was in your class. You probably can't tell me unless you were like on the prom court and you were actually lost to the prom queen. Then you might actually know who that person is. But the easiest way to relate to your audience, which you definitely want to do when you're public speaking, is to find something that is common, okay? Don't tell me the story about you being the prom queen, because I don't know. I wasn't prom queen. And there's a pretty good chance the majority of people in your audience were not prom queen. You want to tell me how you had a crush on a boy and he wouldn't give you the time of day? Bam, we have empathy for each other and we know exactly where you're going. So there you go. 6 rules to mastering public speaking.